Imagine walking into your favorite store, ready to buy that new laptop or cozy winter coat, only to find the price has skyrocketed overnight. That's the reality we might face with new tariffs on the horizon, making everyday essentials more expensive than ever. Here, we'll uncover which items are likely to cost more, why it's happening, and how you can stay one step ahead. What exactly are these tariffs? Tariffs are essentially taxes on imported goods, and President-elect Trump has proposed some of the highest rates we've seen in decades. We're talking a 60% tariff on goods from China, along with 10% to 20% on imports from other countries. If you think that sounds extreme, you're not alone. Economists are already predicting price hikes across multiple categories. Let's begin with electronics, because this is where many of us will feel the pinch first. Laptops, smartphones, tablets, these are staples of modern life. Under the proposed tariffs, a new smartphone could cost you 25% more, and a video game console? Try nearly 40% more. For a family with kids, that's a big deal. And it's not just the devices themselves. Accessories, chargers, and even components like batteries could see similar increases. You might be wondering, why not just switch to products made in the US? The problem is, most of these goods aren't manufactured domestically at scale. It's not as simple as companies moving their operations overnight. Supply chains are complex, and even if companies wanted to relocate production, it could take years, and that cost would likely get passed on to us as well. So, what can you do if you're eyeing a new laptop, phone, or console? Well, timing is everything. If you've been considering an upgrade, now might be the time to act, especially with Black Friday deals around the corner. Waiting until after the tariffs are implemented could mean paying significantly more for the same product. Speaking of price increases, let's move on to apparel and footwear. Clothing prices are expected to jump by over 12%, and footwear could go up by 18%. For families with growing kids who need new shoes every season, this adds up fast. If your favorite brands source their goods from China, which many do, you're almost guaranteed to see price hikes. What's more, even everyday items like backpacks and wallets could become pricier. Brands are already preparing to adjust their pricing, so if you've been meaning to refresh your wardrobe or grab that winter coat, it's worth doing sooner rather than later. And then there's furniture. A 60% tariff on Chinese imports could lead to a 6% to 10% increase in furniture prices. Think about a $2,000 sofa suddenly costing $2,200 or more. For anyone planning a move or redecorating their home, this could stretch budgets thin. If you're in the market for big-ticket items like beds, tables, or even cribs, it's worth buying them now before the increases hit. Now let's talk about cars. This one's tricky because the cost increases aren't limited to new vehicles. Auto parts, many of which come from overseas, could also see higher tariffs. This means repairs and maintenance could become more expensive too. If you've been putting off getting a new car, you might want to reconsider. Some people are already taking the plunge, buying now to avoid what could be a 10% to 20% price hike. Food prices are another area where we're likely to feel the impact. Fresh produce, coffee, and frozen meats are all at risk of becoming more expensive, especially if tariffs hit imports from countries like Mexico and China. For a household that's already feeling the squeeze, even small increases in grocery bills can add up over time. Stocking up on non-perishables and frozen items now could be a smart move. And let's not forget household appliances. From refrigerators to washing machines, tariffs could increase costs by 10% to 20%. If you're in the market for a new fridge or dishwasher, buying before January might save you a couple $100s. So, with all this in mind, what should you prioritize? Think about your needs and your budget. If you know you'll need a new laptop, phone, or winter coat in the next few months, it may be better to buy now. If you have the storage space, consider stocking up on non-perishable food and everyday essentials like toiletries. And if you've been on the fence about a big purchase, like a car or a major appliance, this could be the nudge you need to act sooner rather than later. Also, consider how you can adjust your budget for the long term. Higher prices mean we all need to be a little more mindful of our spending. Look for sales, compare prices, And don't underestimate the power of cashback apps and loyalty programs. Small savings can add up, especially when prices are on the rise. And finally, keep an eye on how these policies evolve. While the tariffs are likely, nothing is set in stone yet. Staying informed can help you make smarter financial decisions. Let me know in the comments what you're planning to do, or if you've already started preparing. Let's share ideas and strategies so we can all navigate this together. And please subscribe for more practical tips and updates on how to stay financially savvy.